So yeah, I'm Nick. It's my first ever World's Toughest Mudder.
Yeah.
And I'm Mick. This is my first World's Toughest Mudder.
Brilliant. How many tough mudders have you done before?
One.
One before?
One. I've never done tough mudder. I've done a couple of tough guys. The originals, but that's it. Glutton for punishment.
You can't even say glutton for punishment because you actually have no idea what's going to go on.
No. Hence why we watch your videos to try and find out. Panicked watching your videos.
Why have you decided to do World's Toughest Mudder when you've never done a tough mudder before?
It's in England. We're old.
Yeah.
The winner of a chance. I live an hour away from here. So,
right.
It's close by. It's normally in America. But you know what? Let's give it a whirl.
Yeah.
And by the time it comes back, we'll be in our 50s, won't we? 5 hours.
You've been out. You've been out for a few laps.
Yep.
What's it like out there?
It's not bad. I'm struggling with cramps.
Right.
Even though I've plowed loads of fluids down me, I keep cramping on stuff. If that goes away, I'd be fine.
All right. Just take it easy.
6 laps in. I'm a lap behind, so I haven't got the cramp yet. But I was struggling about lap 2, and then I seem to have come through that.
Nice.
But I think I'm going to relapse a bit later on.
Any obstacles you're looking forward to when they open?
To be honest, the jumping one.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to give that a shot.
That's open now.
Yeah, no, we can't wait. And we've got Funky Monkey, but not so.
That twister bit looks disgusting.
It does, yeah.
We'll see. There's a penalty.
You are there.
All right. Well, good luck, guys.
Yep.
Good luck, guys. Enjoy.
Hello, listeners. I'm Grumpy.
Hello.
I've been here since midnight, which is now 8 hours ago.
Where are you?
I'm at my favourite obstacle. I love this one, electric shock therapy. I don't know why everybody gets upset with it because it's just a little tickle. Just a little tickle.
But what's the penalty if you don't fancy EST?
You get zapped. I don't get why. But today they've added some laser guns in, and you've got to activate the target, it'll go red. Then you've got 50 seconds to change to 5 red targets to 5 green ones. And the Americans aren't doing too well with their aiming. It's positively shocking, bearing in mind they're a gun holder.
Grumpy, so much for your time. Thank you so much for being a volunteer.
No worries, dude. Have fun.
What's up? My name is Paul Ellis. I am supporting some of the lovely guys and girls from Sons of Mudder Key, some people from Primal Fitness, and any other sort of way for stray that has sort of landed on our laps over the evening.
So how's your pit crew experience been?
Surprisingly painful.
Why is that?
Staying awake for nearly 24 hours.
So you think staying awake for 24 hours is more painful than running laps of a 5-mile course with obstacles and water and electricity and things?
Absolutely. At least when you're doing out there on course running, you are out on course running. You are doing something. Sitting in a pit, waiting for people, casually watching your phone, waiting for updates. Where are they on course? Where are they on course? Because I need to go and get that coffee on time, and it needs to be at the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
It's a high stress situation.
Not too hot, not too cold. It's got to be just right, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Because I don't want to burn the guy's tongue, and then he fails, and he's like, if that coffee hadn't have been 2 degrees too hot. Community spirit down here on the event this weekend has been awesome. It has been really good. Yeah, I will definitely be back next year. I might even run it.
Alan, you're back. It is now Sunday morning. Tell us how you feel.
I actually feel surprisingly good, Will.
Right.
So my body, from my ankles upwards, feels absolutely amazing. But my feet are absolutely gutted. They've got more wrinkles on my feet than like a Shar-Pei dog. Seriously.
Poor Betty.
No, my feet are battered. I wasn't going to go out. I got 65 miles. I was going to come in at 60. Ian convinced me I had to go out for 65. Thank you, Ian, because it's got me second in AG. So
amazing.
It's great to come to World Championships and get second in age group, but the Wolf Run is a win. I've got to come back whatever it is next year because it's a whole different kettle of fish, and the camaraderie out there the Americans, the Canadians, everyone chips in, everyone talks. It's absolutely phenomenal. You just got to rock up and enjoy it, and the atmosphere is phenomenal. It really is. Music 24/7, tents galore. I mean, they're starting to take down now, but it's absolutely amazing, and everyone's here. Everyone's enjoying it, and everyone's talking, and the kids giving high fives. There were more kids giving high fives at the end of every lap. It was phenomenal.
Hi there, I'm Ben Shepherd. I am a broadcaster here in the UK, and I've just completed my first ever World's Toughest Mudder. Euphoric, absolutely shattered and very broken. I'm still slightly worried about how I'm going to go to work tomorrow. Which bits of me are going to work. I'm pretty sure the stairs are going to be a struggle, but I will be basking in the glory of what we managed to achieve today.
Absolutely.
I was in a team with my 2 sons and my godson, and to be able to share that experience with them is something I'll never forget.
See,
the scale of this is just epic. Trying to understand what we'd signed up for, I'm still overwhelmed by the challenge. It's going to take me a long time to process it. But the thing that's exactly the same, whether you've got 24 hours of Tough Mudder or a 5K of Tough Mudder, the community around this sport is just extraordinary. I think I always love Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
And I think it was really fantastic tonight, actually, because there's periods in the middle of the night at 2:30 in the morning, you're in a pool, there's not a lot of people there, and you really have to, usually when you do it, there's loads of people going up and down, you can get through it. You really have to rely on the generosity and the team spirit.
Yeah.
Firefly. To be fair, I didn't really want to get wet like that, but jumping over the flames was pretty spectacular. The funky chunky monkey was ridiculously, and the technique involved in that. I host Ninja Warrior, and that's a Ninja Warrior obstacle for Ninja Warrior Elite. Watching people complete it, both my sons did by the end of the night, which was
amazing.
Just awesome. But I think that was an obstacle that I took my penalty on that and gladly filled. I had high tea about 5 or 6 times, filling cups with a lot of mud.
Final.
If you love challenges, if you love really putting yourself in a place where you have no idea of how you're going to get through it, then this is absolutely the challenge for you. I promise you will come away with this so fired up and passionate about people and life.
Hiya, we are Laura and Liam from Liverpool. Brilliant, absolutely excellent. We're a bit broken today, aren't we?
Yeah?
Yeah, brilliant. It was amazing. Always is.
Did you have a particular obstacle you really enjoyed?
I always enjoy Loch Ness.
Yeah?
Always my favourite. What was yours?
I enjoyed the Firefly. It just happened to open just as I got there. So
did you get the fire as well?
I was the first person to complete it.
Nice.
I was happy with that. And I got a nice picture on the OCR report.
Sweet.
I was happy with that. I think the hardest one for me, which it wasn't usually being that hard, was pyramid skiing because it was wet. I seemed to get to the top. As soon as I got to the top, I'd just slip and fall down, but I managed to get up it in the end.
Laura, what was your most challenging obstacle out there?
I'd say it was Lucifer's luggage. Just the weight of that sandbag thing. The first couple of laps was okay, but as the night went on, that last lap, I think that's what wiped me out. That's what finished me. I think Lucifer's luggage. Definitely. Overcome your fears. Definitely come, because it's more about having fun and testing yourself.
Hi, I'm Jason.
I'm Maria.
It's my 25th today.
Oh, really? Congratulations. Amazing.
It's like a tough mudder, but a lot tougher.
I cried my way over the start line, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've never managed Everest before. That was when the team broken and they got me over Everest.
Amazing.
I was like crying.
So it sounds like a lot of tears, actually, Maria.
Yeah, it was a lot of emotional experiences.
I think I cried from start to finish. I was about to give up at the end of mile 20.
Right.
And then went back out 5 more in the morning.
And I think what some people miss is that emotion, whether you've done 10 miles, whether you've done 100 miles, once you're over that finish line, there's an all release, isn't there?
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's massive. With everybody cheering you on and stuff like that, and it's like, can I do another one? Can I do another
one more lap?
So,
one more lap.
It's the adrenaline takes over and goes, of course you could do another one. So yeah.
Would you do World's Toughest Mudder again?
Can't wait.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Will. Hi, it's Stuart Neal. I'm here post World's Toughest Mudder after what can only be described as a crazy emotional weekend. Oh my God, those hands would not shut up. Seriously, I was like, I'm sure you must have had them on the speaker or something. They were literally black. As soon as we were up there doing the Killer Gorilla, you could just hear them right through the night. They were insane.
Crazy, isn't it?
Honestly, it's so surreal as well at that time of the morning. And yes, that time of the morning did mean that I did go out. My first Worlds, my goal was 50. I had a stretch target of 65 miles because I've never had 100k shine up on my Strava. Ooh. So 65 was my ultimate, but 75 was the dream. Would I have ever got there? My partner in crime, sadly not here at the moment, Dan Weston. We went out and we just chipped away at the laps. We got to 7 o'clock at night. We got to 10 o'clock at night. We thought, do you know what? It's on. We're getting the laps in about an hour and a half, hour 40, and we decided let's just go through the night, see how we get on, and we got to 5 in the morning, knowing that we only had sort of 4 laps to do. World's Toughest, wherever it will be next year. I think I might just have to be back here.
You've got the bug.
I'm even tempted to look at the team option because I've got a couple of friends who did team, and I quite like that experience of tapping in, tapping out on laps. And just come out here and do it. It is. I never realised how amazing the community, the spirit, and the absolute buzz out on course, and in the pit crew, and in the event village. It was just out of this world, truly.
I'm Gary Andrews. I've got to say this was one of my favourite Worlds completely. The course was really tough, and I think weirdly that made it more enjoyable because I really worked for it. It was a hot weekend. It was just a brilliant weekend.
Of course, you've done a few World's Toughest Mudders before. Will you be doing another one?
Oh, definitely. I'm coming back next year, wherever it is. I always said I was never going to do a World's Toughest. I always said I was never going to do a toughest. And then I just gradually worked my way up, and now I'm on my 4th one, and yesterday I did 90 miles. So if I can do it, literally anybody can.
I'm Michelle Carney. I'm Sam Gascoigne. I'm Charlie Parvin. Rebecca Dabb. Victoria Whittemore.
B Wood.
Hello, and World's Toughest Mudder. How did it go?
I mean, it went. It went and nobody died. That's, a bonus.
I think we can say it really went well. We came as a team together to get B around this course. We had no expectations. We had no real game plan. It was just one foot in front of the other, take each challenge and obstacle and each section as we got to it, and what will be will be. And our aim was just to get round, to have fun, to enjoy it,
and to finish.
And just to finish.
We did have these bibs in the back of our mind as a goal if possible, but we were kind of not pinning on them. But
I know you guys were like, no, let's be honest, right? I know you guys wanted that 25-mile bib. Come on, let's.
So maybe by 8 o'clock Saturday morning, the 25-mile bib plan was on the table.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. Yes.
We do also believe that we are the only all-female wheelchair team ever to do this, so girl power.
I mean, in mind that until I think it was about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning, somebody was going to be just pit crew.
Yeah.
She arrived
pit crew until 9:30. She was determined not to take part.
She arrived in a blue bib, and it's certainly changed to a white one.
No, yeah, still because I only did 3 laps. I did the first and the last 2. I feel like the last 2 sort of made that difference.
There was no only about it.
I was going to say there's no only whatsoever.
I think because we work so well as a team, we know each other, we know B. B's got a trust in us. I think the fact that when it came out to course, we all know our strengths and our weaknesses, so we soon slotted into a complete system. We knew exactly who was doing what role. We interchanged, and everything just came so slick, and it
we
just
weren't
moved so
wasting
quickly.
a lot of time giving instruction to other people.
Right.
We just
Because
got
we
to the
knew what was going on.
Everybody's role was what we were good and our weaknesses, and we sorted it, and it came together.
B, I've got a question that's specifically for you. What was your most favourite obstacle?
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because
that
I
was
could
a good
do
one.
it yes, my team were propping my chair up backwards.
Yeah.
But I could do it all with my own strength.
Okay.
Yes, I needed to pull pretty damn hard to pull my chair across, and I trusted them not to let the chair go and drop me. There was a lot of trust in it.
That only happened once.
It's something that I never thought I could do, and I think did it.
And I think that takes us on to the next question for the rest of the team. What was the most challenging obstacle out there? Or also, I guess, which one maybe surprised you to be more challenging than you thought it might be?
With me being a seated athlete, we have specific adaptations that we could use for obstacles. So we could either have a team member do the obstacle, or we could take the penalty. And we were incredibly lucky that everybody from the community pitched in. We had elites, we had the former world winner and the only woman, as far as I'm aware, in history to hit 100 miles, Chris Roglowski, help us, and she appeared like a muddy angel at the top of that hill, and with her and probably about 20-30 other people all pitched in, and we got B over Stairway to Heaven.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think.
Which
wow.
I think we were going up and we don't know if we can do this, because, as you said, we're a smaller team than we have been before.
Yeah, I think that just showed the true spirit of the community yesterday when we got to Stairway, because there wasn't that many people there, and we went, oh, there's a few. Chris was so brilliant that she went, no, I'll stay, and there was a few people, and as we were doing it, all of a sudden you just looked, and every runner that got there stopped, and before I knew it, there wasn't enough room on the ropes for hands to pull her up.
Amazing.
And that is one thing that we want to say to the community is thank you so much for every single person that pushed up a hill, pulled on a rope, or just gave us a well done or a clap on the way back, because every single one of you helped us get these silver bibs.
Amazing.
There's nothing like it.
There's no such word as can't.
There isn't.
B proves there is no can't. The community will pull together and they will get you through. So push yourself out your comfort zone, show yourself what you can do. You will not regret it, and it will be the best, worst day ever of your life.
I think for anyone that says I can't do the obstacles, the spirit and the community is out there. It doesn't matter whether you're running solo with groups of people. You can find yourself in the depths of feeling so alone. You'll get to an obstacle and you won't probably know anyone at that, but there's always going to be several pairs of hands to reach out and help you, regardless of what time, of course, what time of night, whatever. There will be always someone to help you.
So come join the biggest, most supportive family in the world. I'm Maxine. I'm Joanne.
You guys did something really good this weekend, right?
We did.
Right.
So we came first in our age category.
Amazing. Well done to both of you.
Thank you. But we just kept moving. That was the plan. Keep calm, keep moving. We wanted to stay out for 24 hours.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We chose not to go in the pit very much.
No.
That's where we sort of fell down last time. We didn't use pit a lot, and we got what we wanted.
It
felt hotter than last year, even though it was at Florida. Yeah. Elevation. Hillier. Yeah. Lots of hills and a lot more wood. Yes. What about the favourite penalty? Oh, teacups. The teacups. Favourite penalty, teacups. Absolutely. But it's just such an experience. What an adventure. Another adventure.
Will you be doing World's Toughest Mudder again?
Absolutely.
My name's Leo Brimacombe. What else do I say? I've forgotten.
No, that's fine. Hi, Leo. For the listeners, if they can't remember, we spoke to you 2021?
23, when I did ETM, yeah.
Yeah, and you are a newbie, weren't you?
Beginner's guide, yeah. A lot of questions, yeah.
So, just finished World's Toughest Mudder. How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. It was kind of, it wasn't the most relaxing weekend, but I like to spend them like this.
Yeah.
Getting the most out of it, squeezing every minute you can. A lot of pain, so that was enjoyable. I never really set a goal. Like, I think I can't remember if I said to you before that I just wanted to keep moving the whole time, enjoy it. As long as I stayed mentally like in the game, I just thought that's what I kind of want to get out of it. And I kind of suffered a little bit towards the end, but then that was kind of what I came for. No real mileage goal, just have a good time. Sit there and go, oh, there's a lot of, like, already I'm being told online there's things I could have done, and I think Ian Kane pointed out I spent about 12 hours in the pit and still got 85 miles, so there's definitely some room for improvement there. But so that was good advice, but I definitely I loved it. The whole thing was just a great experience.
Brilliant.
There's definitely more in the tank. I think it was a learning curve for me. I wanted to feel it out, see what it's like. I'm not so familiar with the whole pitting thing, so I didn't know how to plan that properly. We kind of had the pit sorted, but I had the kids in there as well, and my wife was looking after them, and my sister had her kids there, so it was kind of a family pit, so it was a bit too enticing to come back to every time. So I definitely think I need to learn a bit about quick pitting. It might help me out in the future, I think. It's about getting out there. I mean, I rounded up some of the boys, so hats off to them. That's Team Cool Runnings, look, by the way.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah, Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings with a K.
Yeah, Cool
so
Runnings
it's obviously
with a K.
cool,
Real
right?
cool, yeah. And I rounded them up. They all jumped on board, so I'm super appreciative to them, because without those guys, I definitely, sometimes you just need that little boost and take your mind off of what's going on, and whatever I sign up for as well, they just jump in, and that's what it's all about. It's just team and fun, and you don't just want to sit on the sofa watching Saturday night TV all the time, do you? So you've got to get out there and just get amongst it, see what you can do. So definitely sign up. It's fun.
My name's Grant Thompson, and from the Highlands of Scotland.
Grant, so how was your Tough Mudder experience this weekend?
Painful. That was a sore one. So managed the 100 miles, but I actually expected to get more after just basing it off Europe's toughest Infinity.
Yeah.
So I was like, right, got 60 miles in 11.5 hours. I was like, I've got this in the bag to get more, but yeah, I don't know if it was the heat. First half was a bit slower than I hoped.
Yeah.
And the second half of the race definitely was really sore, really painful. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel well. I was going to be sick. It was just a combination of. I felt like I don't know if it was just the dehydration, the dust constantly going in, but if I would take a drink of water, I felt like I was going to spew it back up. I've never really had that feeling before, so yeah, it was a bit of a mental battle to get through it, and that last lap was just walking pain for 4 miles. So but got it done. So that I would have liked to have maybe gotten 105 more, but 100, can't complain.
Orange jacket again.
Yeah, orange jacket again. So yeah, delighted with that. And once again, first Scot, take a Brit. So top Scot, top Brit, top European. This time I actually put in the long miles beforehand, because once again I kind of just winged it before I came here. So maybe next year I'll actually get the finger out and try and hit that proper podium. Go for it. Just go for it. Or speak to a friend, even think about just doing it for fun, get a few years down, or do the team. Like even my friend, my pit crew, they were talking about going, I would be quite fun to maybe do team next year, just have a laugh with it. It's like, go for it. That's how you start. So if you want to have a bit of fun, have a laugh, or you want to actually try and push yourself, sign up, and see how it goes.
I'm Leon, or Leon Ski.
Hi Leon, and you're part of Team Broken?
Yes, correct. It was a good experience. We helped a lot of people. Like I said, some of the people who were with us, myself included, could not have done that on our own. And the fact we were all there and we achieved 25 miles, some reckon they could have done more, some reckon they could have done less, but we achieved it helping each other and helping others. I mean, like getting up pyramid scheme and Everest was such hard work, but we did it, and we did it as a unit and a team, and just helping everyone. It was an amazing feeling. Don't be scared, there's people there who are in the same boat. And when I signed up for my first one, I was with some friends, I got lost, I buddied up with someone. Before you knew it, I was being helped up obstacles, helping up. There's nothing to be scared of signing up really, other than just do it.
Hi, I'm Charlie Bower, but it didn't really go as planned as such. I found the heat really hard. I didn't realise really till yesterday, but I had heat stroke. So starting the race was really hot. And then I think for the first 6 hours, I was really disorientated. So every time I was coming to the pit, about a mile away from the pit, I knew what I was going to ask my guys to sort of give me, and I'd get there and couldn't think straight or anything. So that was bad to start, and then about 10 hours in I was starting to hallucinate, which again is the first time that's happened. And then come midnight I started retching a lot. So with retching, you're not taking in any of your gels, your nutrition, and then it was just downhill from there. So I did my last lap about like 5 in the morning, and that was a walking lap, and it was just horrible. Sometimes you do a walking lap and you find you power through, but when you know you're not enjoying it, it doesn't work out, and then you have to just throw in the towel at some point. But it's part and parcel. This means you have to do better next year. I got to my 50 about midnight, and so I was sort of quite confident I'd get a minimum of 75, 80, maybe 85, and I think knowing that I could do that, I've got to come back next year. So you won't regret it. I mean, it's a race like no one would ever experience. I mean, my mum came to pit for me for the first time, and as much as she's followed me for the however many years, you know, she couldn't appreciate just how incredible this whole event was. And you know, I mean, it might sound cheesy, but it is a life-changing event, and do it once and you won't regret it.
I'm Harvey Mitchell-Divers, I'm a member of SPF race team, and I'm here at World's Toughest Mudder 2025. Unbelievable, amazing, by far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It was brutal from start to finish, but I loved every minute of it. 75 miles, yeah, I was originally gunning for 100, but I think that was quite ambitious considering it was my first World's Toughest Mudder, first 24-hour event, so yeah, not at all. I'm over the moon with it, to be honest, considering the heat, the fact it was my first one, like loads of all these different factors. I'm really happy with that. I really liked Firefly, that was awesome, like that was so much fun.
Did you hit the bell?
Yeah, I managed to hit the bell every time as well, and I'm quite small as well, so I was a bit nervous about it. I was like, oh no, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to, but no, I managed to hit it, so it was fine.
And which one was your most, I guess, challenging obstacle?
I really didn't like Mud Mile, that was gruesome, that was brutal, honestly.
First World's Toughest Mudder, are you coming back?
100%, I'll be back, definitely. Gunning for that 100 miles, definitely, for sure. It's one of the most, you learn so much about yourself, that's the biggest thing for me, is that doing these challenges and doing things that are difficult, you learn so much more about yourself and yourself as a person, and that would be my biggest thing to say to people, is definitely come and try it and just go and give it your best shot, and you just learn so much about yourself, it's honestly unreal.
I'm Leanne.
Hi Leanne, how are you doing?
I'm alright.
So,
a little bit sore.
weekend after World's Toughest Mudder, how was your experience?
Complicated. That's my word for this weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you like to elaborate?
Yes. I would start off by saying I think TMHQ have done a phenomenal job this weekend, with the exception of a few things that I think they were really mean about. Which, well, so quite right too, I guess. They've put on a really good event, and I cannot fault them for that. My race went better than I anticipated, but was also challenging in a lot of ways, and I also felt whilst it went better than I anticipated, and this is slightly ironic, could have gone better, if that makes sense. It's complicated.
And for those that may have only just seen what World's Toughest Mudder is, and they're going, oh, this is interesting.
Sign up. I'm not even going to let you finish that question. Just sign up. The rest comes later. Make that first step. Sign up. Do it. Put the training in once you've done that. Absolutely. Don't underestimate it, but sign up.
Hi, so I'm Sancha Martin. I am a first timer at WTM. I have done 11 Tough Mudders now, so this was my 11th, so a new sort of experience. So yeah, that's kind of me. So I started a couple of Tough Mudders, and then they talked me into ETM, and then on the drive back from ETM, when I was sleep deprived anyway, it was like, oh, what do you think about WTM now it's in the UK? And I was like, how bad can it be? So yeah, so it was a kind of slow progress, and but it feels like it went from nothing to rocket in like no time. I was really anxious and really quite nervous because I didn't know what I was getting into, but actually it was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it. I can't even think of how to sum it up really, because it was just so amazingly brilliant, and people, your name's on the back of your bib and you forget that, but people walk up to you and they go, oh Santa, how are you doing? How are you finding it? And it's like, oh, don't know you. But by the end of it, I had stories of how people met their wives and all kinds of things. It's just amazing, really brilliant.
And I know you said it's complicated to try and like explain it all, but how would you condense your World's Toughest Mudder experience into 3 words?
Scary, I would say, because not knowing what was coming. Supportive, because bizarrely. Everyone's really supportive and inspiring, the way that people pull together when they need to and help each other. Being out your comfort zone is a good thing, and I think that the community is what makes it, and that no matter how worried or how nervous you are, someone will always help you. So even if you're a bit concerned about one particular obstacle, or you think you can't, and you know, people always kind of say, well, you're a little bit older, but actually doing that stuff, there's no reason why we can't do it at any age. And it surprises you, and it actually makes you feel a little bit more worthy when you go, I can do that. So I think, yeah, push yourself, ask for help when you need it, but you'll find that it's more supportive than you can ever imagine, and it's so much fun.
I'm Paul Woods, I'm 46 and I'm from Leeds in the UK. This was my first World's Toughest Mudder, and I think in total now I'm on 6 or 7 Tough Mudder events. Right. So quite a newbie in the world of, you know, all of the people who've been doing 50, 100, 200. But it's an event. Tough Mudder is something that I've loved from the first one that I've done. Well, I did Europe's Toughest Mudder last year. So, you know, taking it up a notch, tried to do that 12-hour event. Loved it, but learned some lessons from it. And then on the morning after the end of that race, they announced that the Worlds was going to be in the UK for the first time. By the time my wife had driven me home, so an hour and a half from the event, I had booked my spot. So yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. It's been on the list. The weekend was amazing. Really, really, like, just so nice. Connecting with lots of people who I've connected with virtually through the social media groups, but also meeting at the various events. So you're feeling really part of that community. And the whole 24 hours, starting from midday yesterday, was just unbelievable. One of the best things, genuinely, that I've ever done. It embodied everything, you know, everyone helping each other out. Didn't matter if you were an elite or an adaptive athlete, everyone was there to help each other out and push themselves to their limits. So yeah, it was a great weekend. Amazing. Oh, don't think, just sign up. Just press that button, get your place, and approach it how you want to approach it. You don't have to be an elite athlete. You don't have to be in unbelievable shape. You don't have to look like you're a gladiator from the TV. There is every type of person here, and every type of person managed to complete it. So do it, join the community, and it's the best thing that you could do.
How you doing? I'm Kevin, Tough Mudder Ambassador, just finished World's Toughest Mudder. Oh, I mean, the whole World's Toughest thing is amazing. It's one of the best things you could ever do, and also one of the worst things, because there's 25 and a half hours of horrible, pain-inducing obstacles, but it's also the best thing you can do, because the obstacles you overcome, the mental strength that you've got to have in order to keep going and going and going, and the time you finish and cross that finish line is the best thing ever. On Firefly, I got the fear, but managed to smash that bell 3 times. So I'm going to say I do like the fear-inducing ones, but overcoming that fear on Firefly, I'd probably say Firefly. I've had discussions with people. I will go back next year, probably in a bit of a different role. I might see it from the other side of the role, other side of the coin, and pit for a change, because this was my 3rd one. So I'm maybe going to help people who have helped me in the past. If you're swithering, you want to do it, but at the same time you don't want to do it. I say to a lot of my friends, if it scares you and excites you, do it.
I'm Louise Markham. I've done 49 Tough Mudders now. I've done a few ETMs. This is my first World's Toughest.
Wow, first World's Toughest Mudder, Louise. Also, top female Brit, well done. How many miles did you do?
75.
75, amazing. So
yeah, the British weather can be hot, cold, whatever it can be, but yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun. There was a lot of people on course, a lot of help over the obstacles when you needed it. There was people around all night, so you were never alone on course. It was a great experience.
Have you got your belt on?
No, I didn't realise people wore them. It was my first one, so leave them
Yeah, it is a thing to wear your beard.
I know that now.
Ready for next time? Will you be coming back?
Hopefully, if I'm not too broken. Just sign up, you won't regret it. I've got friends here that I only see at these events, and they're really good friends. You just build up such a good relationship with people, and you're not strangers at the end of the course. I know it's cliche, but literally anyone will help you. You know, I was out on course, you ask for a leg up, someone will give you a leg up. You know, it's a change in event.
Morning, I'm Victoria Reynolds, and this is my my third Worlds, and yesterday my third World was my 50th South Madder.
Congratulations on the milestone.
Thank you.
That's amazing. How does the UK one compare to the American ones?
It's different for us, obviously, because we didn't have to travel to America. This is our most local venue anyway. The weather is very different, although it was scarily hot over the weekend. The people it's a different experience completely, because it's brought a whole new community to the people who've never done World Stuff before. They're here. We've got, I think, more Europeans, and it feels different, but maybe it's because there's no jet lag as well, which is better for us. Yeah, I got 60 miles in the end.
Amazing.
I didn't think I would, but I did. Overall, one of the best experiences I've ever had. Prepared for it such a lot this year, trained really, really hard, better training this year than we've ever had before. We both exceeded our goals, so that's
brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic.
Brilliant, good.
I've always been really scared of pyramid scheme, and I've conquered it every time, so now I really love it. But my favourite obstacle has always been block S. Least favourite obstacle, Everest.
Why Everest?
It's so high, I've never made it to the bar, and I did it 4 times, but the 4th time I was nearly crying because I just could not get up, and I got up in the end, but no, it was hard. I think it tells you, it shows you when you get through something that terrifies you, that you think you can't do, if you really focus your mind on something that you want to do, set yourself a goal that you think you can't achieve, but it might be possible, set the goal, do the training, know that you are way more capable of achieving that goal than you could ever think you could be. The community is the best part of this. Everybody is so supportive, everybody just wants you to get through it. The obstacles are hard, some of the penalties are hard, but you can do it.
It's Kevin Dent from here in the UK. Just finished off the breakfast here behind us, the brunch. I'm just getting ready for so hopefully getting some medals later. So 75 miles was my goal. Yeah. Got 85. So found out I was 3rd place in age group. Yeah. So that pushed me a little bit harder. So yeah, got from 75, just kept going then, using as many of the hours as possible to keep up that 85 mark. So amazing. I think the top 3, 1st, 2nd and 3rd in my age group, we all got 85 miles. I've never thought about running that ever distance before. Infinity I've done here, I did 40 miles. Yeah. And yeah, it's just 85. Don't think about it until you've done it. Yeah. Yeah, just keep trudging. After that, it's just a lap, and a lap, and a lap. But yeah, once you get going, you have a little bit of time to decompress and really go through it all, then you realise what it is. But the start line was, and that whole build-up, that really revs you up. And I've never had that. I've done races before, I've done Tough Mudders before, but that was just something epic. That makes you feel part of something. It's not a race, it's something. It's not just, you are part of a bigger movement than just a race. Just the people, the volleys, and just the guys at Mudderhorn and Everest Angels. It's like, you hear about it. I've never done the World Stuff before, but these guys, they just 3 o'clock in the morning when you're in your dark place, these guys just come just out in the middle of nowhere. There's this glowing light of Everest, and you just get picked up. It's fantastic. So
there for 24 hours.
How they do that isn't. I know we've run it, but to picking my ass up over that constantly, over that wall constantly, it's just something that's extra. I can get up Mudderhorn, not a problem. But he said, look, why? Just use me, and we've got it for the rest of it. So okay. So, yesterday was a no. Never doing it again. Of course I am. And it's not the racing, as I said a minute ago. It's the community. I feel part of something there. It's like whether you're an open waver, an elite contender, just get out there and give it a go. because it's nothing you've ever tried ever before. It's just something completely different.
Hi, my name's Victoria Frank. I'm 21 and this is my second Tough Mudder. Honestly, the community here, I was really shocked by how supportive everyone is and just how amazing this whole environment and atmosphere is. I'm surprised I haven't done many more of these. I did actually the 12-hour Tough Mudder here 3 years ago, and I told myself if the 24-hour is ever here, I'm gonna have to do it. And so I signed up, and here we are. Age group champion, yes. I came first in the 18 to 25 gauge group, and I'm delighted. I'm very happy. I didn't come here to kind of win that, but I think I just did my best and just happy to be on it, really. 70 miles. I did 70 miles. I actually came here to try to do 100 kilometers, whatever that meant. And then I saw that there was like these bibs for 50 and 75. Unlucky to not hit 75, but the goal was just to, you know, show up and come. So I'm happy to reach anything, really. So I used to play professional football. I've done an Ironman, and this is kind of my second ultra run. So I actually 6 weeks ago ran around the whole Isle of Wight. But no, this is all very new to me. A lot of this is like mental strength, and I'm sure people know this. Oh, my voice even broke. I'm sure a lot of people know that this is a lot of mental strength. So I feel like your body can do so much more. I actually started my last lap at 11:30, so I didn't know if I was gonna go out. I wasn't gonna win anything for doing 70 miles. You know, the podium was already, you know, I had 65 and I was on top of that. But I just went out there because I knew I can do another one, and it was the hardest one, but I went out and I did it, and it was one of my fastest laps as well. So you can imagine after 24 hours to run 25 hours is crazy. So the swing both ways was my favorite obstacle, and it probably is some people hated that one, but I saw it the day before on the OCR channel, and I was like, man, this is going to be so hard, I'm not going to be able to do it. And I did it every time, and I didn't fail it once, so it proved to me that I can do so much more than I can expect, you know. The funky monkey, I couldn't do it once. I tried it, but yeah, that was really hard. And actually maybe Brexit barrier, because if it wasn't for someone at the end, I wouldn't have able to do it, and I'd have to skip it, because 8 feet when I'm like not even that. You have to sign up, you have to test yourself, you have to do this. You're capable of so much more, and this is where you figure out that you are more than, you know, you're so much more than you believe to be. This is the arena, this is where you come to test yourself, and I tested myself. I think I smashed it, I did my best, and yeah, just come and have fun, enjoy it. The community's amazing, and just, yeah, believe in yourself.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bassett, I'm 60 years old, and I've come to do my first World's Tough Mudder. I've done Europe's, Infinity about 3 or 4 times each, a lot of just normal TMs. It was my son that got me into them, so I just wanted to do normal road runs, but they become a bit boring.
They're just boring now, aren't they?
Yeah, you gotta have something else. Absolutely fantastic. I came with my family, my wife, my kids, all here to support me. Weather was fantastic, you know, always is when I ran here in the past. It's always been good. Through the night, again, runnable, not too cold. Loved every minute of it. I came second in my age category, which unfortunately is 60 plus, and it doesn't go 70 plus. So I've got a small window of a lot of people trying to get the 60 plus. So yeah, oh definitely do a TM first. Set yourself a little bit of a goal. Try and do it with a member of your family. I do it with my son, and we love doing it. We enjoy going for the runs. It bonds you more than you will ever know. Just give it a go.
Hi, so we're right at the end of World's Toughest Mudder brunch. No one's here anymore, but I'm here with Matt Brook from TMHQ. Matt, welcome.
Thank you, Will. Great to be here.
It's great. We've been trying to talk for the past 48, 72 hours. It's like, oh, God, I'm a bit busy. Oh, we're supposed to run. But finally got you, and finally got rid of everybody else as well. So, how was the weekend for you?
I'm slightly lost for words, but absolutely electric from start to finish, and everything in between. And I think, you know, you come into these events as an RD, leading your team, seeing all the hard work, and you have a vision or an expectation. and this met that. And some, so really pleased, delighted with what unfolded, how it unfolded, the stories that we saw, and the weekend as a whole from start to finish.
I was really surprised on the number of first timers out there. Not just first timers of World Toughest Mudder. Everyone's got to be a first timer at some point, but they actually had done almost 0 or 1 Tough Mudders and or obstacle races too. I mean, do you think they're crazy or what?
Well, I think it's two things, right? We're seeing an enormous renaissance in OCR this year across the board. Every single one of our events is massive and it's packed with new and returning, but new especially. And that says two things: is people want to get out there, they want to challenge themselves, they want to find a new niche or a vice or something to do that's going to push them beyond their limits and knowing what they're capable of. And what better way, right? Our marketing team did a phenomenal job. If you didn't see, or you didn't, you haven't been targeted by an incredible advert or a story or amazing piece of content, it would surprise me. But they did such a great job in spreading the word that it was here, and we did that because we didn't know, right? This could be our final or our last or our first and our last chance, and you want to make it everything it can be. And so I'm really not surprised, because people wanted to be part of something special. We sold how sacred and important World's Toughest Mudder is. Its history, what has been achieved, just the, excuse my French, but batshit crazy things we get people doing or that people do.
Yeah.
And they wanted to come find out for themselves. And I think, and I look back really fondly and see footage and a montage and that video that we said, the brunch recap. And it was the first time that I'd seen it, and I was lost for words. I was like a tear in my eye. Luckily I was wearing these sunglasses. But it just, the blend of new and the energy that comes with that, and the existing Mudder and Mudder Nation as a whole, and what that created. And we just saw really quick snapshot, but just a microcosm of what Tough Mudder is in a weekend.
I think you're right, because of course we had the elites. We had Nicky out there, Joe Crusoe, Grant Thompson, top Brit, top European with 100 miles, and then we have new people. So Harvey Mitchell drivers, he came out, did 18 years old, did 75 miles, had a para team out there, and it just seemed to me that it took all sorts to go out and do these 5 mile laps.
I think it did the racing from a sport perspective, which obviously we're not always central to, but we pushed athletes and the top end of our sport, our age groupers, we welcome it like they've never been pushed before. You talk about Liam there coming and joining us, and how he posed, and he was destroyed when he came over the end, but also destroyed in a way in which he's not been destroyed in a typical racing environment, because it's not a typical racing environment. And I think that's one of the greatest things. We had, we obviously drew out of retirement Sean, because he's out literally trailblazing. But, you throw back in the obstacles and the heat and all them, just through them. Martin at the beginning and where we were left, or even like Nicole right at the end, her body just gave up. Her body physically gave up. And as a result, just out the podium and like agony for her. You feel for her, but those are the stories where it's the unknown that we have here. And the unknown got a lot of people when we think about athletes and their racing and their plans. But it's also just...
It's really interesting, because me, I've been on a lot of the American podcasts, because I know Midlands very well. I know how different Loch Ness is here compared to the US, and I was trying to help prepare people. But as you say, there was still a lot of unknown, and I think the weather really played a big part this time.
That heat in the day was pretty exasperating, right? Even for TMHQ, who were just not even running around, let alone the 1,000 mudders who are out on course laying down some serious mileage. But I think it showed 90% of what we saw happened in the hours where the sun began to set and the temperature began to cool. Because what you were seeing with athletes is core body temperature went from X down to Y, and it went very quickly. I don't know if you felt it. It's the same in the morning, right? Sun was up, it was really cool. All of a sudden, 7 o'clock, and it was relatively cloudy. When that sun came out, it was piercing,
blazing.
And I think that's what really, really got people. We obviously had the wind factor here, where we were dealing with 25, 30 mile an hour wind gusts. And that had a chilling effect, but kept people cool, but not necessarily realizing that the external cool as opposed to the internal heat. And ever increasing temperature. So, it was the wind, the weather. British summer, unpredictable at its finest, but not necessarily unpredictable that anybody thought.
Wow. So, talk about British weather at its finest. You guys have announced that it's 26 as well, and also 2027. What are you expecting, or what are you hoping to expect now for 26 and 27?
Well, firstly, we had to announce 27 because obviously it was the worst kept secret that we were coming back here in 26. And we had a little bit of a whoopsie in testing live launches and the fact that good old technology with SEO optimization, and it just went, right? So little we could do to claw that back. So look, we always knew about 27. We had a master plan about longevity and building consistency. So we just thought, hey, let's just take the moment. Let's take back the shock and awe, and let's reveal where we're going to be long term. But also, what that does, it enables not only ourselves to be able to plan and to be able to get ahead and to be able to think about. And we had a million, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that, different things in which we could consider about deploying here across the 5 mile course and for the weekend. We've now got 2 other goes at it to go and provide that variety. Which is really, really important about as we think about elevating the bar and pushing boundaries about what is capable or what we're asking mothers to be able to do. And secondly, it allows the community to plan. With certainty. What does my season look like? What does my Holy Grail chase look like? Where am I doing for other OCR sports? We're very aware that we're one of many. And to be able to make sure we get the best athletes and the best of the community, and of course our core community with us. There's no better thing than time for people to be able to plan, get a date in the diary, and then be here. So doing that for 2 years gives us consistency, elevates the bar, lets us leverage the experience and the understanding, the knowledge and the skill set that we have here, but also helps our community and let them plan.
2 final questions, Matt, which I've been asking everybody. Probably come from a slightly different angle here, but describe your world's toughest mudder experience in 3 words.
Wow. Community. Passion. Oh, wow. And just determination.
Perfect.
And that's on all fronts.
Perfect. So we just talked about 2026 and 2027. There are a lot of people out there that's been hit with the ads. They've been hit with social media. They've been probably hit with their friends about what's toughest mudder. And now they are kind of, sort of, maybe on the brink of signing up for 26 or 27. What do you say to them?
There is no other event like this on the planet. It's called the toughest event on the planet for a reason. But you're not by yourself, you're not alone. And that is what World's Toughest Mudder does. It takes the best of our community, it takes the best of our sport, and it brings them together in a melting pot that is like no other. It's not just about the miles you put down. It's about everything that an individual gives and everything that an individual takes from this event. And like myself, there has been no individual here that has left without feeling warmth, without feeling accomplishment, without feeling sense of pride in what they've given. Be that a pit crew, be that an MVP, be that top athlete who's podiumed, be that somebody who's just laid down their first ever 5 miles and completed it after 9 o'clock and became a finisher. if you're on the fence, just do it. You won't regret it. You'll come and you'll be part of it, and you won't look back.
Matt, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.